All right, Shalawam, Shalawam. We the real Hebrew Israelites out here back to bring out another edifying lesson and prophesy the downfall of this wicked kingdom of Babylon, man. I want to start off this lesson by giving all praises, honor, and glory which is due to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Rawchaa, Qadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders at GMS who rule well. And peace and bless to the sincere occupier pushing this truth. To you, I say Shalawam. All right, right now, you know, in the city of Fort Wayne, man, we got something going on called the Three Rivers Festival. And right now, everybody, you know, having a good time, marrying, drinking, enjoying themselves. But, you know, they're covered in gross darkness because the Lord is continuing to smite this place with plagues, man. You know, it may not be hitting Fort Wayne directly, but in Cali, you got a mass number of earthquakes. You know, you got Hurricane Barry down south right now. I just seen it on the news. 100,000 people are without electricity right now. That's the city of Fort Wayne, man. 100,000 people, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna start out right here in Matthew 24. Matthew 24. I'm gonna start at 37. But as the days of Noah were, so shall the coming of the Son of Man be. Why? Because if you do have any prior knowledge of Noah, you know that when Noah was on the scene, he was telling people that it was finna flood. Back then, they was looking at him like, man, it don't flood, it just do from the ground. When that flood came, everybody wished they would have listened to Noah. You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna be the same way for the coming of Yahawashi, man. You know? Because we out here, the prophets of the Lord are out here telling these people that he's on his way back. You know what I'm saying? You got Jake out here doing what the fuck they doing. You know what I'm saying? They anything but taking heed to this word, man. This Matthew 24 and 38. For as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage, until the day that Noah entered into the ark. And what's going on right now at this goddamn festival, man? Everybody eating and drinking. You know, everybody eating abominable ass foods. You got pork all through this thing.
I smell it.
You smell the pork in the air, man. That's the crazy thing about it. All right. Verse 39. And knew not until the flood came and took them all away. So shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. Why? Because his men are out here telling y'all that Yahawashi is on his way back. Everybody want to go enjoy themselves, you know, but don't nobody want to take heed to the words of the Lord. Don't nobody want to come out here and get right according to knowledge, man. Verse 40. Or I'm going to jump down to 48. But, and if that evil servant shall say in his heart, my Lord delayeth his coming, and shall begin to smite his fellow servants and to eat and drink with the drunken, the Lord of that servant shall come in a day when he looketh not for him, and in the hour that he is not aware of, and shall cut him asunder, and appoint him his portion with the hypocrites. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth. What's weeping and gnashing of teeth? A terrible time, man. It's gonna be a very terrible time coming through, especially in Fort Wayne, man. You know, the scriptures say it's gonna be more tolerable for Sodom and Gomorrah than that city. What city? We gonna apply this to Fort Wayne for the simple fact it's not too many people out here taking heed to the words of Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, man. All right. Let me jump to 2 Peter's. Let me jump to 2 Peter's 2 and 4. For if the Most High spared not the angel that sinned, but cast them down to hell, and delivered them into chains of darkness to be reserved unto judgment, and spared not the old world, but saved Noah, the 8th person, a preacher of righteousness, bringing in the flood upon the world of the ungodly. So the Lord only saved Noah, man. Noah and his family, man. Why? Because he was out here proclaiming the words of the Lord. You know, out here prophesying the downfall of this kingdom. What's up, brother? How you doing, man? Shalawam, man. Shalawam. You out here with the fish?
I'm about to start teaching. You would like to take one of these flyers? It's basically the same thing that he's teaching about our people being the chosen of the Most High God, the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. It talks about our downfall and our uprising.
It's beautiful. This shit fire.
I know.
You finna go pass them out downtown? Yes, sir.
Appreciate it, man. All right. 2 Peter's 2 and 5. And spare not the old world, but save Noah. Let's spit this gum out, man. A preacher of righteousness, bringing in the flood upon the world of the ungodly. You know what I'm saying? So Noah was out here prophesying, man. You know, you got the prophets ain't out here, man, to preach peace, man. We ain't out here to teach that everything is gonna be okay. You know what I'm saying? The prophets, let me get this real quick in Jeremiah. Jeremiah 28. Yeah, man, he deal with IUIC, man. We don't deal with IUIC. We know the Most High name. You know, let me get this real quick, because he said the Most High God. You basically saying the Most High, the Most High. You know what I'm saying? That's what I showed you in the car. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What is his name, if you can tell? Proverbs 30. Proverbs 30 and 4. I'm gonna start at Proverbs 30 and 4. Who hath ascended up into heaven, or descended? Who hath gathered the wind in his fist? Who hath bound the waters in a garment? Who hath established all the ends of the earth? What is his name? And what is his son's name, if you can tell? So what is his name and what is his son's name, if you can tell? You know, as you grow in this thing, you learn the names of the Most High, man. You start calling upon them names, man. You don't just deal with titles. You know, we're dealing with the Lord as a family, man. You know what I'm saying? So when you deal with do you call your family, hey, bro, hey, brother? No, you, come here, Marakaza. You know what I'm saying? Come here, Iran. We dealing with names, man. We not dealing with titles, man. And the name of the Lord is Yahawah, and his son's name is Yahawashi, man. And they coming to bring mass judgment upon the earth. Why? Because evil has surpassed exceedingly, man. It's all type of evil shit going on in this world, man. You got the LGBT shit going on right now, man. That's foul. That's against the scriptures, man. The scriptures tell you if a man laid down with another man as he does with a woman, he's off. Period. Roughly paraphrasing that scripture. You know? So as you grow in this thing and you learn the names, man, the true names, you know what I'm saying? You call upon them names. You don't continue with the Most High God. You don't continue with Jesus Christ, man. There's no power in them names. You can't, you know, you can cast out demons through the names of Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawah, man. You can't cast out demons with God and Jesus Christ. If so, all these fucking demons around us will be gone. You know what I'm saying? Back to what I was saying though, Salakia. Jeremiah 28 and 8. Cause see, the prophets were never put up. I mean, they taking pictures and shit. It's all good. The prophets was never set up to prophesy peace, man. All right. Jeremiah 28 and 8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms. What are we doing now? We're prophesying against this country, America, this kingdom of America. You know, telling you that this place ain't gonna stand for forever. You know, right now you got a lot of turmoil, a lot of uproars of the people in the Middle East, man. You know, you got Israel getting into it with Iran, which Israel is gonna bring the United States in the Middle East. Iran is gonna bring Russia to the Middle East, and it's gonna be a world war, man, fought with nuclear missiles, pursuant to Zechariah 14 and 12, man. Jeremiah 28:8 again. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence. The prophet which prophesied of peace, when the word of the prophet shall come to pass, then shall the prophet be known that Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi have truly sent him. So when these things come to pass, man, when y'all finally see these wars kicking off, that's when y'all gonna know that these prophets was out here telling y'all what was finna happen. You know, everybody out here thinking everything is cool. Ain't nothing cool about this shit, man. You know what I'm saying? You, like I said, you got the LGBT thing going on, man.
Thing with Issachar, we got our own country killing Issachar just trying to come up in here.
Yeah, you know, it's still a division amongst the nation of Israel, that is. You know, you still got the Jews, which is the southern kingdom, talking about the northern kingdom. You got the northern kingdom that envies the southern kingdom. You know what I'm saying? It's still hectic out here, man. You still got the police gunning us down like we rabbits around this bitch. You know what I'm saying? It's going down, man. It's going down. Let me get some scriptures real quick. I have put a little lesson together today, man. Yeah, man, it looked good, man, but at the end of the day, bro, at the end of the day, man, they don't have the 100% truth. You know, y'all want to build up. The Lord didn't say build us up here and wait. You know what I'm saying? The Lord said make no tearing. I'm finna get that real quick.
Yeah, because he still got it. He's still calling him Christ.
Oh, you already. You already. Yeah, Christ. You know what I'm saying? That's not, first of all, Christ means anointed. And Christ is Greek, man. We're Hebrew Israelites. What is the name in Hebrew, man? You know, the Lord said he would turn to us back our native tongue, man. What is our native tongue? Hebrew. You know what I'm saying? For them to be claiming today the Hebrew Israelites, they don't practice no Hebrew. What's going on? They don't practice no Hebrew around here, man.
I don't see nothing in here. And he got the IUICUI.
Yeah.
At the bottom.
All right, this is Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha, chapter 5, verse 7. Make no tearing to turn to the Lord, and put not off from day to day. For suddenly, what does suddenly mean? When you least expect it, it's going to pop up. It's going to happen, man.
All of a sudden.
Yeah, where you get that turn from, all of a sudden, man. For suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed and perish in the day of vengeance. So everybody around here think they secure. You know, everybody think America's just the greatest country around here. But the prophets out here to tell you that this place going down to the ground. For suddenly, let's get that again. Ecclesiasticus 5 and 7. Make no tearing to turn to the Lord, and put not off from day to day. For suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed, and perish in the day of vengeance. So when they least expect it, man, it's gonna happen. Hence where you get the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night. It's gonna come as a thief in the night to those that ain't preparing themselves. Those that ain't looking for Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi to come, man. The so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man, y'all are the Israelites. Y'all gonna get judged horrendously. Why? Because the Lord has only been known in Israel. Let's get that real quick. Okay, I'm gonna bring this out real quick. This 2nd Ezra 5:17. Knowest thou not that Israel is committed unto thee in the land of their captivity? We're committed unto this goddamn devil, man. You know what I'm saying? They got us under derision right now. But you know, I'm gonna hit on how, you know, the Lord has only known us. So let me get back on topic. Yeah, that's Romans 9:13. I'm looking for Amos. Love to bring this out. Amos 3. Amos 3:1. Hear this word that Yahawah, Bahasham Yahawashi, has spoken against you, O children of Israel, against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, you only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore, I will punish you for all your iniquities. So the Lord's going to punish Israel for all our iniquities. Why? Because he only known us. He only know you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Everybody else was made for judgment. You know? Esau, the so-called white man, is the Lord's sword, pursuant to Psalms 17:13. You know, arise. Let's get that real quick, man. We're going to jump all around today, man. We're going to prophesy the downfall of this king. There's mass judgment finna hit Fort Wayne, Indiana, man. This is Psalms. Yeah, Psalm 17, verse 13. Arise, O Yahawah, Bahasham Yahawashi, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword. We gonna jump to let's jump to Job. Hold that, jump to Job 9:24. This is Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? From there, we gonna jump to Malachi. Malachi 1:4. All right, this is Malachi 1:4. Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Why? Because Edom was pushed back for 1,000 years, man. And after the Dark Ages, they came back into power, man. The Renaissance period, man. And build the desolate places. Thus saith the Lord of hosts. They shall build, but I will throw down. And they shall call them the border of wickedness. Who is Edom? You go back to Genesis, the 25th chapter, you know Edom, because Edom was the only one, Esau was the only one that came out red and hairy all over. What other nation when they're born, man, comes out red and hairy all over? The so-called white man, man. And pursuant to Job 9:24, we know that the world is given into the hand of the wicked. Who is the wicked? Edom. So who's running the world right now? Esau. You know what I'm saying? Everywhere you go, man, you got these different you got the NATO and the EU. Y'all good, y'all all right. Y'all straight, yeah, y'all straight. Y'all straight.
You said we straight?
Yeah, y'all straight. Y'all ain't got y'all cool, y'all ain't.
Yeah, no, y'all fine, y'all fine.
Yeah, where I was at though?
Yeah, Esau, he got control of the
Oh
world
yeah,
right now.
NATO and the EU, man. What nation of people makes up the NATO and the EU.
Con.
This is self-explanatory shit, man. The so-called white man. So the so-called white man runs the world right now.
Alec too,
Huh?
Alec. They like to change their name. Right now they call Alec.
Alec?
Or at least in the last 5 years they was.
Alec. What is Alec?
Alec. I don't know. Allegiance, A-L-E-C. It's ones they give the money to all the prisons, all the big companies, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And they're hitting on that too. The central banks, man. Who controls the money around here? Who controls the money? Who controls them paychecks y'all get cut? They get signed off, man. I ain't seen no black man yet, so-called black man yet cutting a check. Yeah, some out here that are business owners and things like that, but they still got somebody to answer to. Who do they have to answer to? Esau, the so-called white man. So we know, pursuant to Job 9:24, the world is given into the hand of the wicked. We know who the wicked is, man. The wicked is Esau, the so-called white man, man. You know? But the Lord is coming to judge this whole land, man. 2/3 of our people gonna be cut off and die, man. Why? Because y'all ain't gonna fucking get it. Y'all not retaining this knowledge. Y'all don't take heed to the words of the Lord. Y'all don't care. Y'all don't even pray at night. You know? Before the truth, a lot of people won't even pray, or period to this day, a lot of people don't even pray to God and Jesus Christ, man. You know what I'm saying? Let me get some more verses, man.
All them celebrations without giving the honors due to the Most High.
Yeah. Then y'all, that's why he said he despised our feast days. These feast days, first of all, we gonna hit on how the feast days of this world, man. The feast days of this world is folly, man. You know, you got them saying one thing, that it's about one thing, but when you do your research, this shit go into a whole nother deity. This shit go into a whole nother God. Then, like the brother, like the Israelite men from IUIC, the Lord despises those feast days. Why? Because y'all doing it wrong. The scriptures tell you that it's better to go into the house of mourning than into the house of. Let me get that real quick, man, because we gonna let the scriptures talk, man.
Yeah, that's your vibe.
Let me get it off my phone. This kingdom on its way out, man. You know? Ecclesiastes 7:2. Because we not supposed to be out here. Yeah, we are, you know, we keep the Passover, we keep the righteous feast, man. But the way that they do the Passover, man, I seen it on YouTube. They auctioning off Israelite women. That's contrary to the scriptures. The scriptures tell you don't prostitute thy daughters. They out here, oh yeah, we got a good woman. She can cook, clean, and do all this bullshit. Y'all tripping. Y'all don't have the truth. For y'all to be keeping all 633 laws, y'all definitely went off on that law.
Whoa.
You know what I'm saying? Let me get this real quick, man. Ecclesiastes 7:2. It is better to go into the house of mourning than to go to the house of feasting. So it's better to be looking for the Lord to come, you know, to be nervous, you know what I'm saying, so to say, than to be going and celebrating these feast days, man. All right, Ecclesiastes 7:2, it is better to go into the house of mourning than to go into the house of feasting. For that is the end of all men, and the living will lay it to his heart. Sorrow is better than laughter, for by the sadness of the countenance the heart is made better. The heart of the wise is in the house of mourning, but the heart of fools is in the house of mirth. So the wise, we're in mourning. We know that this goddamn kingdom ain't shit, man. It ain't about shit. It don't stand for shit. Nothing but something that's contrary to our power. Bahasham, Yahawah. You know, the house of feasting, the house of mirth, man. Y'all enjoying yourselves right now. You know, laugh now, cry later. Right? The wise are crying now, but we'll laugh later, man. All right. Come. Let me jump to. Let's see where I want to go next, man. Let's hit on how these nuclear missiles gonna bomb this place, man. Everybody walking around like everything cool. You know what I'm saying? China just signed to deal with Russia, man. For something with nuclear power, man. You know, so eventually down the line, man, they gonna team up, man, and they gonna send them nuclear missiles this way. Thus said the Holy Scriptures. That's where I'm finna go next, Ezekiel. Ezekiel, the 38th chapter. And the word of Yahawah Bahasham Yahawah, Ezekiel 38:1. And the word of Yahawah Bahasham Yahawah came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Gog, the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal. All right, so Gog and Magog, we know that is Russia, man. You know, originally that was inhabited. I don't know how to say that
Inhabited.
word. Yeah, inhabited by the children of Japheth. But later on down the line, Esau came in and took over those places, man. Hence Job 9:24, man. You know what I'm saying? Or pursuant to when Alexander the Great, when he passed away, man, or when he died, his generals split up the whole world, man. You know what I'm saying? So they went and inhabited that land. The chief prince of Meshech and Tubal, and prophesy against him, and say, Thus saith the Lord, thus saith Yahawah, the Most High. Behold, I am against thee, O God, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal, and I will turn thee back, and put hooks into thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth, and all thy army, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords. You know what I'm saying? Persia, which is Iran, Ethiopia, and Libya. You got something called the BRICS nations right now, man, which makes up Britain, Russia, Iran, China,
Korea.
might be, you know, some to that sort, man. And that's basically these prophecies coming to pass, man. These different nations coming together, man.
Building an alliance.
Yeah, building an alliance. Persia, Ethiopia, Libya with them, all of them with shield and helmet. So prepare for war. The Lord's telling them to prepare for war. He's putting the spirit on all of the BRICS nations and things like that to prepare for war. Who are they preparing for war against? The United States, the Israel. First and foremost, Jeremiah 50:45 tells you that the least of the flock will draw them out. Israel was one of the last countries to become a country. And who's teamed up with Israel? The United States. So the least of the flock will draw the United States to the Middle East. We're going to get that right after this. Gomer and all of his bands. The house of Togarmah. The house of Togarmah of the north quarters and all of his bands, and many people with thee. Be thou prepared, and prepare for thyself, thou and all the company that are assembled unto thee, and be thou a guard unto them. After many days thou shalt be visited in the latter years. Thou shalt come into the land that is brought back from the sword, and is gathered out of many people, against the mountains of Israel. Mountains in the scriptures are people, man. You know, are governments, man. It ain't talking about no actual goddamn mountain. You know? Can a mountain go to war? No. That don't make sense. Which have been always waste, but it is brought forth out of the nations, and they shall dwell safely, all of them. Thou shalt ascend and come like a storm. Thou shalt be like a cloud to cover the land. Thou and all thy bands, and many people with thee. All right. Thus saith the Lord God, thus saith Yahawah the Most High. It shall also come to pass that at the same time shall things come into thy mind, and thou shalt think an evil thought. The Cold War never ended, man. Russia's eye has always been evil towards the United States, man, and Israel. You know? Slocky, let me go out here busting on Swiss, ready to spontaneous combustion this
Lord, got pull on your neck.
All right. Verse 11, Ezekiel 38:11. And thou shalt say, I will go up to the land of unwalled villages. I will go to them that are at rest, that dwell safely, all of them dwelling without walls, and having neither bars nor gates. What place is that? America, man. This is the great melting pot, man. You got a little bit of everybody here. Ain't no walls keeping people out of here, man. Verse 12, to take a spoil, and to take a prey, and to turn thy hand upon the desolate places that are now inhabited. Is America now inhabited? Yes. We still living in America right now. But according to the scriptures, this place will become desolate. This place will be burned with nuclear fire, man. You see every country around us, man, they gaining nuclear power. At first, it was just America that had nuclear power, man. You know, America was considered a superpower. Now you got to consider all other nations a superpower, man, because they got the same kind of technology. They got the same kind of armory, man.
It's not better.
Same things America got, Russia, Iran, China, every other place got, man. So it's nothing special about America anymore. All right. And upon the people that are gathered out of the nations, which have gotten cattle and goods that dwell in the midst of the land. All right. Verse 14, therefore, son of man, prophesy and say unto God, thus said Yahawah the Most High, in that day when my people Israel dwelleth safely, shalt thou not know it? And thou shalt come from thy place out of the north parts. You know what I'm saying? That's the places over there. Salakia. The eastern side of the world is considered the southern part of the world, man. This place is considered the northern part of the world, man. All right. Verse 15, and thou shalt come from thy place out of the north parts, thou and many people with thee, all of them riding upon horses, a great company and a mighty army. And thou shalt come up against my people of Israel as a cloud to cover the land. It shall be in the latter days, and I will bring thee against my land, that the heathen may know me, when I shall be sanctified in thee, O God, before their eyes. So all these things, so the Lord is gonna have these different countries fight against the United States. I mean, against the children of Israel, man. And the children of Israel are gonna defeat the heathen nations, man. Why? Because y'all gonna know that it's only one power. It's only one power in heaven, which is Yahawah. And it's only begotten son, Yahawashi, man. Ain't no such thing as Jesus Christ, man. You know what I'm saying? That's Jesus Christos, man. Jesus means what? Hail Zeus. So y'all really portraying that image as Zeus, man. Greek mythology. You know? Then we know, according to history, Cesare Borgia. Going before Cesare Borgia, you go back to Serapis Christos. You know? And Jesus Christ ain't no goddamn faggot ass white man. All right? Y'all got him fucked up. Jump to 2 Timothy's. Jump to 2 Timothy's 3. Matter of fact, let me get this verse real quick. About how it's going to be fought with nuclear missiles, man. All right, this Isaiah 9. Let me wipe my face real quick. This Isaiah 9 in verse 5. For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise, and garments rolled in blood. But this shall be with burning and fuel of fire. What's that burning and fuel of fire? These nuclear missiles, man. Every nation around here got, every country around here got nuclear power, man. This third world war will be fought with nuclear missiles, man. Let's go to Zechariah 14 and 12 real quick. Zechariah 14 and 12. And this shall be the plague wherein Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. And Jerusalem was a people before it was a place, man. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet. And their eyes shall consume away in their holes. And their tongue shall consume away in their mouth. What is that? That's the aftermath of them bombs hitting, man. The radius of them bomb, of the aftermath of them bombs hitting, man. The after effect, man. Yeah, when the bombs hit, the mushroom cloud, you know, it spreads out, man. And it's gonna hit the surrounding areas, man. It's gonna hit the people who's surrounding it, man. You know what I'm saying?
Miles.
Yeah, for miles, man. And what else consumes? What else is gonna consume eyes in their holes, tongues in their holes, flesh while they're on their feet? Nuclear missiles, man.
Gotta put the picture together.
Yeah, you gotta vision it, man. Let's get this real quick. Proverbs 29 and 18. Proverbs 29 and 18. Where there is no vision, the people perish. But he that keepeth the law, happy is he. So whoever is consistently studying in these scriptures, man, you know, and see the vision, see these things coming to pass, you gonna know what to do. You gonna know how to handle these things, man. But if you don't have no vision in this thing, man, you know, you're gonna eventually fall off and be set for destruction, man. Cause that's what's coming. Ain't nothing else gonna get better, man. You know? Different deals being done with Russia, man. You know? This thing is surely coming to pass, man. It says, though it tarry, wait for it, because it surely shall not tarry, man. You know? Yahawashi didn't come on the scene for nothing.
Con.
He was the, let me get this real quick. He was the forerunner of our faith, man. He was the one that popped this thing off so that we could believe, man.
Con. We supposed to live in his ways.
Yeah.
That's big bro.
Because he conquered death, man. He came down here and showed us that it was possible, man. All right, this is Hebrews 6:20. Whether the forerunner is for us entered, even Yahawashi made a high priest forever in Salakia. Hebrews 6:20. Whether the forerunner is for us entered, even Yahawashi made a high priest forever after the order of Melchizedek. So Yahawashi showed us how to do this thing, man. That's why we supposed to be living like. That's why we call him our big brother, man. That's why we hoping for him to come back, man. Our faith is in Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, man. Y'all good? Y'all good? Yeah, man. So Yahawashi showed us how to live this thing, man. How to do this thing, man. We got this goddamn Three Rivers Festival going on, man. All these people living their best fucking life. Like I said, laugh now, cry later, man. Y'all enjoying yourselves now, but it's not gonna look good in the end, man. Y'all gonna get what the fuck y'all never thought was coming, man.
This the native shit anyways.
Yeah. You know? So-called natives, you know they are people, man. Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are the children of Israel, man. You know what I'm saying?
And the way they celebrating the death of them.
Yeah.
Making money off it too.
Yeah, hell yeah. Shit, they made money off the Lord, man. Made merchandise off the Lord. That's why Yahawashi scores them out. That's another thing about IUIC, man. During their Passover feast, they got something called the Black Market or Black Wall. They trying to bring Black Wall Street back or some shit, man. Like, that's y'all the same people who Yahawashi made that 3 scores cord and drove them out of the temple, man. You know? Because y'all that ain't no, that's not what y'all supposed to do, man. You know what I'm saying?
Shalawam. That's real shit.
Yeah, hell yeah. And there's gonna be mass judgment upon them, man. Why? Because y'all tarrying to turn to the Lord. The Lord telling y'all don't go into the house of feasting, man. You know? Y'all not supposed to be happy-go-lucky right now, man. But what does the mass of the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, where are they at? They're in happiness right now. Living their best life like Lil Duval, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna die right along with Lil Duval, man. You know? A horrendous death, man. An inhumane death. One that has never been such like it, man. It was never no war like this that's finna be fought now, man. That's pursuant to Isaiah 9:5.
Never before
you know?
seen.
For the first wars were with, you know, weapons and garments drenched in blood, but this one would be burning the fuel of fire, man. Them nuclear missiles. They gonna drill people, man. It's gonna hit people where they least expect it. That thief in the night, man. That's why you need to be on watch, man. Be waiting for this thing, man. You know? Yeah, we ain't telling you just to not take care of yourself. You're supposed to take care of yourself, man. You know? Because Yahawah is allowing you to, man. But at the end of the day, you need to be more focused on the Lord coming, man. That should be our first priority.
The 4 seed.
You know what I'm saying? Where we at on the camera?
We got 44 right now.
44?
Yeah.
All right, bet, man. I'm going to end out this lesson right here. I'm going to end out this lesson by giving all praise, honor, and glory which is due to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Rawchaa, Qadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders at GMS who brought out this teachings and rule will. Peace and blessings to the sincere occupier pushing this truth. To you I say Shalawam.
Shalom.